In a forgotten corner of the city, hidden away from prying eyes, lived the enigmatic artist known as Viktor Kael. His name was whispered with a mix of awe and dread among those who had heard of his peculiar sculptures, grotesque masterpieces that seemed to defy the laws of nature and reason. Visitors to his secluded studio spoke of twisted amalgamations of flesh and bone, human and animal, frozen in agonizing poses that sent shivers down the spine. Viktor's work was not celebrated in the conventional sense, but rather it had garnered a cult following among those drawn to the macabre and the unsettling. Rumors swirled that his sculptures held a sinister power, that they possessed a dreadful life of their own once the moon cast its eerie glow upon them. One fateful night, as the moon hung low in the sky, a young art enthusiast named Eliza found herself standing before the heavy, iron-bound doors of Viktor Kael's studio. A mixture of trepidation and morbid curiosity had driven her to seek out the reclusive artist's work. The air was thick with a foreboding chill, and the subtle rustle of leaves seemed to echo like ghostly whispers. With a hesitant breath, Eliza pushed open the door, revealing a dimly lit chamber dominated by shadows. A faint, sweetish scent lingered in the air, causing her nose to wrinkle in unease. Her eyes roved over the studio's macabre contents, a misshapen figure suspended from the ceiling, limbs twisted into unnatural angles, its pallid flesh seemingly alive in the dim light. As Eliza approached one particularly disturbing sculpture, her foot caught on something hidden beneath a tattered rug. She stumbled forward, her hand reaching out instinctively to steady herself, only to come into contact with an icy, clammy surface. The sensation sent a jolt of terror through her, and she turned to see the source of her sudden unease. There, before her horrified gaze, stood Viktor Kael himself. His form seemed to flicker in and out of the shadows, his eyes gleaming with a malevolent light. The artist's lips curled into a ghastly smile, revealing a row of sharp, stained teeth. In one hand, he held a pulsating, crimson-tinged thread, and in the other, a pair of delicate, needle-like instruments. "Ah, a visitor," Viktor purred, his voice dripping with a sickly sweetness. "You've come at the perfect moment, my dear. My creations are hungry for new life, and you shall be the canvas upon which my masterpiece is woven." Eliza's heart raced, her mind struggling to comprehend the horror before her. She backed away, her footsteps echoing in the eerie silence of the studio. But escape seemed impossible, as the room itself seemed to warp and contort, its walls closing in on her like the very flesh of a living creature. As Viktor's chilling laughter filled the air, Eliza realized that she had stepped into a nightmarish world of artistry gone awry, a realm where the line between creation and destruction was blurred, and where the sinister whims of a madman held the power to mangle both flesh and soul.